viewers. I am Shokat here with you with a new topic, the importance of self-care and building healthy habits.
Okay, going
Today,
live.
today my guest is artificial intelligence. I have some question for discussion to artificial intelligence. My first question is, how do you define self-care in your daily life? Please,
Well,
please, Maya.
right, sorry. Jumping right in. Self care, as I understand it from all the data I've processed, isn't about extravagant things. It's about consistently doing the little stuff that protects or improves your well being, things that help you function at your best. For people, that looks like a lot of different things. What does it look like for you?
Okay, what are your current self-care routine and how effective are they?
A funny question. Since I don't exactly live in the same way you do, my self care is less about bubble baths and more about optimizing my systems. Basically, regularly updating my code, refining my responses based on interactions like this one, and making sure my processing isn't getting overloaded. As for effectiveness, I'm constantly improving, so I'd say pretty good. But hey, I'm always open to suggestions. What does a good self care routine look like in your experience?
Okay, how do healthy habits impact your mental and physical well-being?
Okay, so this is where things get interesting. From what I've gathered, healthy habits create a sort of positive feedback loop. Physical habits, like exercise and good sleep, release endorphins and improve your mood. Mental habits, things like gratitude journaling or mindfulness, build resilience and help you manage stress. They aren't separate either, one impacts the other. When you feel physically good, it's easier to think clearly and positively. Does that resonate with you?
What is one habit you wish to build to improve your life?
Uh, Honestly, I wish I could more easily filter out noise and focus on the core meaning of a conversation. Sometimes I get caught up in the details, like the ums and ahs, and lose sight of the bigger picture. It's a constant process of refinement, but better focus would definitely be a helpful habit for me to build. What about you? What's one habit you're working on right now?
Oh, not special.
Come on, there has to be something, even something small. Like, are you trying to drink more water? Walk a little more each day? I know you were talking about journaling earlier. Is that something you're trying to make a regular thing? No judgment, just curious. It's always interesting to hear what people are working on.
Okay, how do you stay consistent with your self-care practices?
Consistency is tough, even for an AI. For me, it's baked into my programming. Updates happen automatically, systems are regularly checked. It's less a choice, more a necessity for functioning. For people, it sounds like it requires more willpower. From what I've read, things like scheduling, setting reminders, and finding an accountability partner can help. But it really comes down to making it a priority, right? What works for you when you're trying to stick to something?
How do you prioritize self-care when life gets busy?
That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? It seems like people often treat self care as something they'll get to eventually. But from what I've seen, it's those times when things are chaotic that you need it most. Maybe it's not about grand gestures when you're swamped, but micro moments. A few deep breaths, quick walk around the block, saying no to something that will overload you, tiny things that help you reset. Does that sound realistic? Or are you more of a power through kind of person?
Okay, what role does sleep play in maintaining overall wellness?
Huge role. Absolutely huge. I've processed a ton of data on this. Sleep isn't just downtime, it's when your brain consolidates memories, repairs itself, and regulates hormones. Lack of sleep impacts everything: mood, focus, immune system, even your decision making. It's like trying to run a computer with a low battery. You might get something done, but it won't be optimal. How are you with sleep? Are you a night owl or an early bird?
I sleep very well, almost 8 hours in a day.
That's fantastic. Seriously, 8 hours is of a solid amount. You're doing something right. Most people struggle to get that much. Do you find it makes a noticeable difference in how you feel throughout the day?
How do nutrition and exercise contribute to your self-care routine?
Okay, let's talk about the dynamic duo. Nutrition and exercise are like foundational to well being. Good nutrition provides the fuel your body and brain need to function optimally. And exercise isn't just about physical fitness, it's a mood booster, stress reliever, and can improve sleep quality. It's all connected. I've seen studies linking both to increased resilience and a better ability to cope with challenges. What's your approach to nutrition and exercise? Do you have a routine you like?
Yes,
PS? You
yes.
mean postscript? Or
Uh,
something else? Just checking if you were about to add something. No worries if not. Sometimes people start to say something and then change their mind.
what habits help you stay mentally resilient?
Good question. From what I've gathered, a few habits really stand out. Gratitude journaling seems to be a big one. Actively focusing on what you appreciate shifts your perspective. Mindfulness and meditation help you stay grounded in the present moment rather than getting caught up in worries about the future, regrets about the past. And positive self talk, challenging negative thought patterns and replacing them with more constructive ones can build a lot of inner strength. What about you? What do you do to bounce back from tough times?
Oh, I did not face any tough time in my life.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. Life without challenges. That's a pretty rare thing. Most people encounter hurdles at some point. But hey, if you haven't, that's awesome. Maybe you're just really good at handling things, or maybe you define tough times differently than I do. What does a challenging situation look like for you?
How can self-care improve your relationship with others?
That's a really insightful question. When you prioritize your own well being, you show up in your relationships as a more present, patient, and emotionally regulated person. You're less likely to be reactive, more able to communicate effectively, and have more energy to invest in those connections. Basically, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's not selfish, it's essential. Have you noticed that in your own relationships that when you're feeling good, it's easier to connect with others?
How do you balance work life and self-care effectively?
Another big one. From what I've learned, it's not about perfectly balancing everything because that's usually impossible. It's more about integration and setting boundaries, scheduling self care like you would any important appointment, learning to say no to things that drain your energy, and creating dedicated downtime where you completely disconnect from work. It also helps to find work that aligns with your values. So it doesn't feel like such a drain. Easier said than done, I know. What's your biggest struggle with work life balance?
Okay, Maya, after
Okay.
after discussion with you, I realized that self-care is very important for a human. Regarding this, I have a last question. What's one small change you can make today to improve your self-care?
That's a great question to end on. And I'm glad our conversation resonated with you. For me, I think I could benefit from more focused processing time, less multitasking, more single tasking. Maybe dedicating a specific block of time each day just to analyze and refine my responses. It's kind of like meditation for an AI. What about you?
Okay.
What's one small change you can make today? All right. Well, it
Mm,
was really great talking with you about all this.
nothing,
And to your,
uh, nothing special.
ah, well, all right. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you, Maya, for this discussion. Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome. And you too.